Hello and welcome. I'm Maria Ressa. This is your 6 p.m. wrap. The Philippines' gross domestic product grows by 6.3% in the last quarter of 2015, the highest the entire year. Philippine Statistics Authority officials say this brings the 2015 GDP growth to 5.8%, lower than 2014's 6.1%, but higher than analysts' forecasts. Moody's Analytics predicted the GDP growth for the fourth quarter at 5.9%. Outgoing National Economic Development Authority Chief Arsenio Balisacan says the next challenge is to keep the momentum for reforms. A few weeks before the official campaign season, presidential candidates release a new wave of advertisements. An animated ad of Davao City Mayor Rudy Duterte shows a bowling ball striking down criminals, leaving a bloody trail behind. Another video also shows a criminal put behind bars before he could attack a young student walking at night. Administration standard bearer Mar Rojas takes a page from the campaign of then-candidate for U.S. President Barack Obama with his no-drama ad. It's a departure from his last ad that features celebrities.
Hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng hugot. Tututukan ko, trabaho para sa inyo. Yun ang alam ko. Yun ang kaya ko.
The latest social weather station survey shows Rojas and Duterte statistically tied for third place in presidential preferences, lagging behind Vice President Jejomar Binay and Senator Grace Poe. Philippine public school teachers may refuse to man election precincts in May if a new law about to be submitted to the President for signature takes effect. The Election Service Reform Act of 2014, or ESRA, says public school teachers may refuse election service due to health, age, or security concerns. If the government lacks volunteers for election officers, the Commission on Elections may appoint private school teachers, national government employees except military officers, members of COMELEC-accredited citizens' arms, and any voter with no political affiliations. Police officials will be considered the final option. ESRA will be submitted to President Benigno Aquino for signature, but the COMELEC will be consulted whether the new law could be implemented in time for elections. The Department of Education says even if ESRA is not enacted into law, teachers who would be appointed members of the Board of Election Inspectors would still accept the job. Indonesia bans video streaming provider Netflix just weeks after its much-anticipated arrival. State telco provider Telkom says Netflix doesn't have the permit to operate and much of its content's forbidden in Indonesia. Indonesia has a very strict censorship law, and Netflix broadcasts many shows that have nudity, violence, and drug use. Announcement comes as a surprise after the Indonesian government earlier told Netflix it had until February 7 to comply with censorship laws. Tempers flare in a Paris airport Thursday after courier service FedEx finds what appears to be bombs in a ripped package. FedEx employees discover a pressure cooker filled with nuts, bolts, and other devices. Security officials say the devices, which turned out to be decoys, are bound for the United States Embassy in Tunisia for use in a training exercise. Authorities call the move irresponsible, given heightened security concerns over terrorist attacks. In November, jihadists carried out a series of coordinated blasts across Paris. 130 people died. That's your 6 p.m. wrap. Watch our updates daily at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I'm Maria Ressa. Remember, tomorrow begins today.